getting a closer look at the damage left behind as severe storms moved through the area late this afternoon. Parts of Newton and Jasper counties in northwest Indiana were the hardest hit, with several trees falling on homes. In Chicago, we saw a heavy, drenching rain as the fast-moving system moved through the loop. And from our camera high atop the former Hancock Center, this time-lapse video showing storms moving through the city and sky, turning from light to completely pitch black dark. And we just learned a semi-truck driver from Canada was killed in Valparaiso, Indiana, when high winds flipped their truck over during the height of the storm. And in Roselawn, Indiana, a tree fell on a family's home while they were inside. Here's Mayor Kawash with their story of survival tonight.
Well, people are shocked by just how quick this storm ripped through northwest Indiana. Here at this home in Roselawn, this tree falling right through one of the children's bedroom. The family telling us they had just 90 seconds to evacuate this house. The Bunch family is breathing a sigh of relief tonight as they were inches away from a life-threatening tragedy. Today's storm devastated parts of Roselawn, Indiana, giving this family barely any time to rush to safety.
That's when I grabbed my little sister out of her room, which is right there underneath that log. She's the second oldest. And we got to about the middle of the house right when it hit. Jacob
Bunch says the storm was quick yet devastating as he and his family huddled in the house waiting for it to pass.
It was a pretty intense situation, but when, growing up here, you got to know that these things can happen. You got to be aware, especially when you live in more rural areas where we're surrounded by fields. It happens quick.
A similar scene in Highland, Indiana today, with the storm sending debris onto the roof of a home. As for the Bunch family, their house appeared to suffer some of the worst damage in Roselawn. Neighbors in the area were quick to rush in and help with the cleanup.
I was driving through here, we saw some trees down, and asked these guys if they needed some help. We saw the tree on their house, and they needed help. You got to be human, My house is still intact, theirs isn't, so.
As the sun sets on this place this family has called home for nearly a decade now, many of their belongings are now also ruined. But they're just grateful to come out of this storm unharmed.
Top to bottom, it's done. That entire side of the house. Things happen. Thankfully, everybody's okay. That's all that matters.
So you see the cleanup efforts continuing here tonight. This is just neighbors helping neighbors, trying to get through this as they put up a tarp over this roof. In the meantime, the family will try to find some temporary living, but as of now, no one in this neighborhood was hurt from this storm.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.